Brock Purdy, the 49ers quarterback, is entering year 4 of his NFL career. And when you take a step back and look at the first 3 years of his career so far, he's a really cool story. Last pick of the draft in 2022, 7th round pick 262. They literally call that Mr. Irrelevant. And given what he's done in 3 years, he's been paid a really small amount of money. For example, 2 years ago in 2023, he helped the 49ers reach the Super Bowl. They did not win, but they got there. It was a big deal. And now, going into year 4, Brock Purdy wants a new contract. I cannot blame the guy at all. I would pay Brock Purdy. I like Brock. I'm a fan of Brock. I'm not a hater. However, the question is, how much money would you pay him? How much money should the 49ers pay Brock Purdy? Let's be very, very clear. He's made less than $3 million total in 3 years to be the 49ers starting quarterback. Not $3 million a year. No, $2.8 million over the course of 3 years. That's about $900,000 a year he's been paid by the 49ers to be their starting quarterback. That's a ton of money for you and me, average people. To be an NFL quarterback, that's next to nothing. And in the NFL, where injuries are a huge factor, nothing is guaranteed, that's a pitiful amount of money. Nothing is guaranteed to Brock Purdy. He is not set for life. He's made a lot of money for you and me, but his career could end tomorrow, and he has not gotten long-term security for his family or for his future. And by the way, $2.8 million in California before taxes is not actually $2.8 million. So I totally understand the guy wanting to get paid. But let's be very clear. This is what Brock Purdy did this past year. Week 5, the 49ers were playing Arizona. The 49ers had the ball. They were down 1 point, 24-23. Minute 32 left. They just need to get into field goal range. Then they can kick the game-winning field goal. It's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. The ball is snapped. Arizona blitzes, and George Kittle is wide open. But the throw was late. And by the time the ball is thrown, George Kittle has been open for a long time. The minute Brock Purdy's back foot hit the ground at the end of his drop, the ball needed to be thrown. But it's late. Brock holds onto the ball. He takes an extra hitch step. He gets hit. Ball goes up in the air. Interception. Game over. That's not good. That's a key moment at the end of a game where you got to beat the blitz. And Brock Purdy is not a crazy talented player. He's not 6'6". He doesn't run a 4.4, doesn't have the biggest arm in the world. A player like Brock Purdy has to do all the little things right. He did not here, and it cost him. His team lost. Week 15 against the Rams. 49ers ball, 5 minutes left, 4th quarter. They're down 9-6. 2nd and 10 on the 33-yard line. By the way, the 49ers are already in field goal range. They are already in position where they could tie the game with a field goal. And yet, Brock Purdy forces a throw into coverage down the right sideline and gets picked off. It's not open. That's a bad decision in a crucial moment, and the 49ers lose. That cannot happen. You cost your team at minimum an opportunity to tie the game, if not win the game. That's a bad decision from a player that can't afford that given his playing style. Week 16 against Miami. 49ers have the ball again. They're down 5 points, 2 minutes left, ball's at midfield. And Brock throws a god-awful interception. I think he must have just not seen the linebacker lurking over the middle of the field. Literally, middle of the field. But again, it's a key moment at the end of a game where Brock Purdy made a horrible mistake. And it goes on, by the way. Lions game, week 17. 7 minutes left, 4th quarter, down 6. 1st and 10, 36-yard line, critical moment. And Brock does not see a safety in the middle of the field. He stares down George Kittle. Interception leads to a Lions touchdown. 49ers are now down 2 touchdowns with 2 minutes left. And guess what? The 49ers lost again. Crucial moment, end of the game. Brock Purdy mistake. I got more. I could go all day. Week 11, Seattle game. 3 minutes left. 49ers have the lead, 17-13. Second and 11. Seattle has 2 timeouts and the 2-minute warning. They can stop the clock 3 more times. So all Brock Purdy has to do is keep the drive going. Keep the drive going and run out the clock, and you win the game. And in that moment, Brock Purdy's best was not enough. Second and 11. You just got to keep the drive going. He's got Deebo Samuel wide open over the middle. And it's a bad throw high. This is a player, again, who doesn't have elite arm strength, doesn't have an elite ability to run the football. He's got to do the little stuff right. He has to be accurate, has to make good decisions, has to be on time. He's not showing these traits in key, critical moments at the end of games. That can't happen. Brock Purdy wants a massive contract, but you cannot reward this play. This is not good enough. I understand Brock Purdy wants to get paid. We all do. And guess what? That makes me think of today's sponsor, my partner, Prize Picks. Prize Picks is the best way to get real money action on sports in more than 30 states, including California, Texas, and Georgia. With over 10 million members and billions of dollars in awarded winnings, Prize Picks has made daily fantasy sports accessible to all. On Prize Picks, you can mix and match player projections from different sports. Combine your favorite basketball players with players from baseball, hockey, esports, and much more. You pick just more or less on at least 2 players for a shot to win up to 1,000 times your money. Run your game all season long on Prize Picks because Prize Picks puts their members first, so all withdrawals are fast, safe, and secure. When my picks hit, I can get my money in as quick as 15 minutes. Prize Picks offers Venmo, Apple Pay, MasterCard, and more for quick and easy deposits into your account this sports season. The second half of basketball season is here, and the race to the playoffs is heating up on Prize Picks, the best place to cash in on your favorite sports. Download the app today and use code CLNS to get $50 instantly after you play your first $5 lineup. Download the app today and use code CLNS to get $50 instantly after you play your first $5 lineup. Prize Picks. Run your game. So there are so many examples of Brock Purdy not getting it done at a high enough level last year. Look, the team went 6-11, and Brock is coming off his worst year in the NFL. 20 touchdowns, 12 interceptions, the lowest completion percentage of his career. And I understand the team around him was banged up. I do get it. You know, Christian McCaffrey was hurt. Brandon Ayuk tore his ACL. Deebo Samuel and George Kittle were not at 100%. But let's be very clear. If you can't win without help, you should not get anywhere in the ballpark of $55 million a year. And that's what we're talking about. Again, I want to be clear. I would pay Brock Purdy. How much is the question? I would pay Brock Purdy somewhere in the ballpark of 2 years, $25 million fully guaranteed. That's fair. Hey, kid, if you're smart, you're set for life. And hey, 30, 35, I'd even do 40. Hey, $20 million over 2 years, fully guaranteed. I'm fine with that. I really respect Brock. He's a good enough quarterback. But what makes Brock Purdy valuable is that he's cheap. He allows you to pay everyone around him. If you pay Brock Purdy a ton of money, given his talent level, that's a dangerous, bad decision. You know, Josh Allen makes $55 million a year. And last year, they got rid of his best receiver, and he won the NFL MVP. He had an incredible year. His team made the playoffs. They were fantastic. The worst thing you can do in the NFL is pay an average quarterback the same amount of money you would pay an elite quarterback. Go talk to the Dallas Cowboys. Their quarterback, Dak Prescott, makes $60 million a year on average. Dallas quarterback Dak Prescott makes more money a year than Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson, Joe Burrow, and Patrick Mahomes. Make it make sense. It doesn't. It's a terrible contract. And Dak Prescott's contract is crippling the Dallas Cowboys organization. In 2024, it's crazy this is true. Dak Prescott signed a contract to make him the highest paid player in NFL history from an average annual value standpoint. And Dallas just went 7-10. They got rid of their coach. They're in a bad spot as an organization. The Dallas Cowboys had no business paying Dak Prescott that kind of money. And it's dangerous to give Brock Purdy a massive contract like that. The 49ers got to be smart and responsible with their money. Brock Purdy has not earned a massive contract. I love Brock. He's played well before. Last year was not great. You can't pay a guy coming off a year like that a ton of money. Again, coming off the worst year of his NFL career. You don't reward that, all those bad moments. Again, you pay him something. 2 years, $25 million. Argue anywhere from $25 to $40 million. I don't care. I'm happy with that. Pay him a fair amount. Make him set for life. If he's wise with his money, I think he would be. You pay the kid $25, $30, $40 million guaranteed. You never need to work again once your NFL playing days are over. That's a fair number. But you cannot back yourself into a corner. You can't be stuck overpaying a quarterback who isn't worth it. I mean, that's what the Cleveland Browns are doing right now with Deshaun Watson, and they are trying every way they possibly can to overcome the problem they've created with Deshaun Watson's contract. And I want to actually mention the LA Rams briefly, a division rival of the 49ers, because Rams head coach Sean McVay went on a podcast. It's called Fitz and Wit. It's with Ryan Fitzpatrick and Andrew Whitworth, former quarterback, former left tackle in the NFL. 10 out of 10 podcast, especially this episode to Sean McVay. I recommend you listen to it. And he went on the show during the time about a month ago when the Rams were negotiating with Matthew Stafford, their quarterback, whether he was going to stay or leave, and were they going to give him a new contract? Was he going to go to the Giants? Were they going to trade him? Everything was up in the air. They were figuring out what's next for us and Matthew Stafford. My understanding of the situation and my interpretation of what Sean McVay says is that the Rams basically said, we love you, Matthew Stafford. We want you, but we can't pay you the money you're looking for. Because if we pay you that amount of money, we're going to cripple our team for our future moving forward. We can't win with you if we pay you that much money. And if the Rams did that with Matthew Stafford, a quarterback who is much, much better than Brock Purdy. Older, sure. But you're far more likely to win a Super Bowl with Matthew Stafford than Brock Purdy. On an even playing field, absolutely. I mean, remember, the Rams almost beat the Philadelphia Eagles in a playoff game last year, the team that would go on to win the Super Bowl by a comfortable margin. So the Rams were like, hey, we got a number in mind. We can't go above it. It just hurts our team to do that. And the 49ers need to do exactly that with Brock Purdy. Be honest. Be transparent with Brock. Show him the film. Show him the bad moments. Show him the Seattle game, the Dolphins game, the Lions game, the Rams game, the Cardinals game, all the moments late in the game during the season last year where he didn't get it done. He wasn't good enough. You can't reward that with a massive contract. I'm sorry. I know we got a great deal. I know you led us to a Super Bowl. Or I would say, I think a better way to put it is you helped us get to a Super Bowl. You were a big part of that. But man, you can't reward what we saw in the fourth quarter of games last year from Brock Purdy. In critical moments, last year he was not good enough. The 49ers cannot overpay Brock Purdy.